Hello teacher and anyone who is watching this video. I am Utpanyarich. Today I'm here to present and talk about my group project for group 3 as called Consumerism. Before I start, I would like to thank my lecturer Ben Sambat for giving me this opportunity to present my topic and all my group members for helping and providing assistance to gather information for this project. What is ethical consumerism? Ethical consumerism is the idea that customers or consumers can and should act out a range of ethical values and principles and seek any of a range of ethical objectives through how they spend their money in the market. So this meaning could be a bit confusing for a lot of people, so I have explained it in easier terms. Ethical consumerism, in its simpler term, basically is about making choices where you buy or purchase items that are good for people and for the earth, without hurting the environment or people that make or produce the product. So basically, ethical consumerism is the idea that customers or consumers should consider the safety of buying product, because some product a lot of products in our world are produced by causing harm to other environments, people, or humans. That is why which is why ethical consumerism has been developed so that people would reconsider purchasing or being more careful with what item they purchase. Okay, so today I have brought a few major points of ethical consumerism that me and a few of my group member has researched and done, so that we could provide everyone with a more clearer answer and ideas of how to help with ethical consumerism. The first one being fair trade, second environmental sustainability, animal welfare, social responsibility, social justice, and the last of all, avoiding harmful industries. So these six are some major points that will help all of you guys understand the major point of ethical consumerism and why I think we should put more thought into supporting this idea. Fair trade. Fair trade in ethical consumerism refers to a trading partnership aimed at promoting greater equity in internationalized trade by providing better trading conditions to marginalized producers and workers. It emphasizes transparency, sustainability, and respect for human rights. Fair trade practices are often implemented through certification programs and ethical sourcing standards. So what does this mean? Well, fair trade in ethical consumerism is to focus on fair prices, decent working conditions, and environmental safety for producers, especially in countries that are still developing. It is aimed to address inequalities in global trade system around each country, where producers often receive a small share of the final product work while facing exploitations and making workers experience poor working conditions. By choosing fair trade, ethical consumerism, it helps support those principles, like giving the workers more fair working conditions and have better equality, so that it can sustain global economy. Continue on forward. Environmental sustainability. Environmental sustainability is a hot topic around the world right now, and while many of us strive to be sustainable, the reality is that many of us don't really know where to start. So today, we want to shed some light on what environmental sustainability really means and how you can effectively encompass sustainability into your day-to-day life. Environmental sustainability refers to responsible use of natural resources to ensure that future generations can meet their needs without compromising the health of the planet. Environmental sustainability plays an important role in ethical consumerism because when you try to support ethical consumerism, you have to consider the environment, because a lot of products that are being made cause and do harm a lot of the environment around us, which is why ethical consumerism and environmental sustainability is very important, and why people always consider ethical sustainability or environmental sustainability and ethical consumerism. Which is why today I will provide a few examples on how you could keep the environment more secure, safe, and last a lot longer. So there are four ways to help with environmental sustainability and in order to keep the environment safer and last longer. Number one, reduce carbon dioxide and pollution. Support companies that use renewable energy, minimize waste, and prioritize eco-friendly material. So what this means is that when it comes to buying product or other stuff during ethical consumerism, we should only buy or support companies that use renewable energy, meaning energy that could be recycled over and over and doesn't need new energy for it to work. And minimize waste means that to produce or take care doesn't make a lot of waste that could damage the environment and prioritize eco-friendly materials. Of course, which means to use materials that can be used over and over again and doesn't damage the environment. Second, reduce waste. An important step in creating a sustainable society. By promoting productive agriculture and reducing waste, measures are taken to avoid the destruction of resource use system and technique that can be reused. Examples include buying products that are only recyclable, which is meaning that we as the consumer or customer should buy products that are only recyclable, meaning we could use a product that could be used over and over and or disposable without product that only have one single use. Third, protect and restore the health of natural habitats. Building local development in the field of truly natural development will immediately benefit for health and the economy. So of course, it's to protect and restore the health of natural habitats, which means that we should help take care, clean, and not throw trash around the environment as for it to not be damaged, and protect the local development around the economy. Fourth, switch to renewable resources. Support industry and development that use renewable resources, effectively manage natural resources and protect the environment. Of course, like my first example, it means that we should switch to product or anything that supports more about renewable resources instead of having to waste more resources that could affect and damage the environment around us, especially industries or the development or research that use renewable resources as the main source. Our third point, animal welfare. Animal welfare is the act of looking out for the well-being of non-human animals of all kinds such as dog, cat, birds, and etc. Respect for animal welfare is often based on the belief that non-human animals are sentient and that consideration should be given to their well-being or suffering, especially when they are under the care of humans. People should consider buying products such as cosmetic, medicine, household appliances with the thought that some company tests the products on animals that cause harm to animals. In order to combat this, consumers should consider buying products from companies that doesn't do product testing on them. This meaning that if anyone hasn't known yet, a lot of the things that us consumers and customer buy from large companies, especially such as cosmetic, medicine, or households, for companies to start selling them, they have considered or gone drastic measures to test these things on animals before being sold, which is not a very good thing and could cause a lot of harm and damage to animals and their well-being. Ethical consumerism is the thought that we shouldn't use or buy product that companies use to test on animals, as it is a very inhumane way, and only support companies or factories that deny the use or testing of animal product. Social responsibility. Social responsibility in ethical consumerism means that customers or consumers make choices that has a positive impact on society and the environment. It involves balancing personal consumption with respect for the human rights, the environment, and local communities. So I prepared some key points from social responsibility. 1. Fair labor practice. 2. Environmental responsibility. 3. Supporting local communities. Labor, fair labor practices. It means to choose products from companies that ensure fair wages and safe working conditions, avoiding business that exploit workers or use child labor. Which means that we should choose products from factories or companies that give fair wages and safe working conditions to all employees, and that doesn't take advantage of their employees or the use of child labor or for children to work for them. Second, environmental responsibility. Arm for product made from sustainable materials and support local brands that use clean energy and reduce environmental harm. Just like environmental sustainability from my last point, it is for up for us to use product made from materials that are more easier to recycle and aren't a single use thing, and it could be used to recycle and not affect the earth, or support brands that use clean energy and reduce the damages um, they could make to the environment. 3. Supporting local communities. Buy local product to support small businesses and boost the local economy. Of course, this means that we could support or buy product made from smaller or less unknown brands as a way to support them and boost the local economy around the world. Now you might be wondering, how can I contribute to social responsibility? Well, there's a few ways that you can contribute to social responsibilities. For example, cruelty-free cosmetics. Choose brand like Lush or the Body Shop that doesn't test on animals. Or 2. Fair trade products. Support products like coffee or banana that guarantees fair wages to farmers. 3. Eco-friendly goods. Buy product with recyclable packaging or those made with sustainable materials. And 4. Positive impact. Ethical consumer encourage businesses. So basically it means that us as ethical consumers that support ethical consumerism should encourage every businesses to adopt social responsibility practices such as no testing on animals, fair wages for employees, help protect the environment, and promote the local economic growth around the world. On to our fifth point, social justice. Social justice is the concept of ensuring fair and equitable treatment of all individuals, regardless of their background or circumstances. It encompasses a wide range of issues, including economic equality or access to education, healthcare, and legal rights, as well as the elimination of discrimination and oppression. In essence, social justice aims to create a society where everyone has the opportunity to succeed and thrive without facing systematic barriers or prejudice. It's about recognizing and addressing the root cause of equality and working towards a more inclusive or just world for all. For example, equal or for job salary, opportunity, and fair for everyone. So basically, social justices in ethical consumerism is for everyone to have is the idea of everyone having the opportunity for job salary and job opportunities, without one being more higher than the other because of their legal backgrounds or education or race, or etc. Everyone should have the rights to the same salary regardless of the background they have in their life, or without the oppression from other people. It's so that everyone had the fair chance of feeling equal to one another. On to our last point, avoiding harmful industry. Avoiding harmful industry involves identifying sectors that negatively impact the environment, public health, or social well-being, and choosing alternatives that align with ethical, environmental, or health goals. Which means that we as ethical consumers should avoid supporting or being close to harmful industry, as those industry could negatively impact our health, the environment, and the well-being. And we should instead choose different alternatives that helps benefit our health and environment and well-being. For example, one, tobacco. We shouldn't buy tobacco as it impacts health and contribute to the addiction. And it could cause environmental damage from farming or waste, or even our air pollution. Two, fast fashion is the exploitation of labor and significant waste production, environmental harm from synthetic material X, which means that we shouldn't support fast fashion as it could, because they uses the labor or unfair wages and take advantage of people and their employee, and with they help with the production of waste that could damage the environment, especially from synthetic material. 3. Industrial agriculture is the deforestation, which means the cutting down a lot of trees in order for industries to make more buildings, the pollution from industry that the factories produce and used to pollute the environment in the water or around the area, and unsustainable practices, which includes inhumane things that isn't normal for their own benefits. 4. Chemical manufacturing. It's the pollution of air, water, and soil, the use of harmful substance and product, which is, for example, industry would pollute air, water, and soil by creating harmful chemical that is also could be in your product that you buy, for example, such as makeup, frozen food, or clothing. Thank you everyone for listening to my presentation, and I would like to thank all my group members for helping provide details and research for this project to work out, and especially our lecturer for taking his time listening, and everyone else for their time listening to this project.